Good morning, students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 4. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson respiration. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is Krebs cycle and which place it is taken place, what are all the steps which is involved in the Krebs cycle, what is amphipolic pathway, and also significance of Krebs cycle. Now we are going to see the next topic, that is electron transport chain, in this video. Good morning, students. See the next topic, electron transport chain, that is ETC or terminal oxidation. Dear students, we have seen 4 steps which is responsible for aerobic respiration. First one, glycolysis. Second one, link reaction. Third one, Krebs cycle. And the last stage is known as electron transport chain, that is ETC or terminal oxidation. Dear students, some substance such as carbohydrate, fat and protein, which is responsible for respiratory process known as respiratory substrate. So these respiratory substrates are oxidized in the first 3 stages, that is glycolysis, link reaction and Krebs cycle. So these respiratory substrates are oxidized in different steps, and finally it reduced into different food material. Not only that, 2 coenzymes such as NAD and FAD is also get reduced, that is FAD get reduced into FADH2, NAD get reduced into NADH2. So these reduced coenzymes are transported to inner membrane of mitochondria and converted back to their oxidized state, produce electrons and protons. So in glycolysis, Krebs cycle and link reaction, these coenzymes are get reduced into NADH2 and FADH2. So they are transported to the inner membrane of mitochondria. They are again oxidized and release electrons and protons. So in mitochondria, the inner membrane, which are having the finger-like foldings, we already seen in the structure of mitochondria, is known as cristae, which is in the form of finger-like projection towards, that is facing the mitochondrial matrix, is called cristae. In this cristae, many oxysomes, that is F1 particles, are present. So in this F1 particles only contains electron transport carriers. According to Peter Mitchell, chemiosmotic theory, the electrons are transported is in a coupled form, not in a single one, to produce ATP synthesis. electrons and protons, that means hydrogen. Transport, different stages of electron transport carrier, and they are produced different ATP molecules. These electron carriers are known as 4 multiprotein complex stages and also producing ATP molecules. So, formation of ATP is taken place in the inner membrane, mitochondrial membrane of the mitochondria. Before that, the food is oxidized only, but they are not releasing the energy. So, this electron transport chain process only releasing the energy by the reduction of two coenzyme NADH2 and FADH2. So, this all taken place in the 4 multiprotein complexes. They are complex 1, complex 2, complex 3 and complex 4. First one, complex 1. Here it will be taken place NADH dehydrogenase. Dehydrogenase, which means NADH get reduced into NAD. So removal of hydrogen from the coenzyme is known as NADH dehydrogenase. So this complex which contains the electron carrier flavoprotein, which is associated with non-heme iron sulfur protein. So after the combination of flavoprotein and the non-heme iron sulfur protein, they are passing electrons and protons from mitochondrial coenzyme NADH, which is act as internal coenzyme, to another electron carrier is known as ubiquinone. So the overall reaction of complex 1 is given here. NADH, which is present in the inner membrane of mitochondria, that is NADH2, plus ubiquinone is electron carrier. So due to the presence of ubiquinone, NADH get reduced into NAD plus. That removal of hydrogen is absorbed by ubiquinone and it is converted into UQH2. In plants, the additional NADH dehydrogenase complex is present in the outer surface of the inner membrane of mitochondria, which can oxidize cytosolic NADH2. So first one, the mitochondrial membrane, already it contains the NADH that will be absorbing the ubiquinone and converted into NAD plus. That removal of hydrogen is absorbed or added to the ubiquinone. But in some plants, it is external. NADH dehydrogenase is the external process. It will be taken place in the inner membrane, outer surface of the inner membrane of mitochondria, outer surface, which contains the cytosolic NADH2. Cytosolic means they are moving from one place to another place. Movement of cytoplasm is known as cytosolic condition. So, the outer surface of the inner membrane of mitochondria having the coenzyme NADH2, which is oxidized. Why it will be taken place in the outer surface of the inner membrane? The mitochondrial inner membrane does not allow NAD molecules, NADH2 molecules directly enter into the matrix. So the different electron carriers are ubiquinone or coenzyme. Quinone is a very small lipid soluble electron proton carrier located within the inner membrane of mitochondria. So this is the small substance soluble in the lipid. It carries the proton, that is hydrogen, within the inner membrane of the mitochondria, not from outer surface. So inner side of the mitochondrial membrane only it will be transporting the electrons. So that is the process taken place in the complex 1. Next, complex 2, succinic dehydrogenase. First one, NADH dehydrogenase. This one, succinic dehydrogenase. So this complex 2, which contains another coenzyme, that is FAD, which is associated with flavoprotein and also non-heme iron sulfur protein. So this complex receives electron and protons from succinate, which is formed in the Krebs cycle, is converted into fumarate and passes to ubiquinone. So dear students, we have seen in the 8th step of Krebs cycle, one molecule of FAD which is get reduced into FADH2. So that's only they given here. So this FADH2 release electron and it is passes to the ubiquinone. So the formation of succinic acid into fumaric acid by the enzyme fumarase in the steps 8, which convert FAD into FADH2 and release electron. These electrons are passed to the ubiquinone. So the succinate combined with ubiquinone produce fumarate and the removal of hydrogen is added to the ubiquinone. So that is taken place in the step 2 or complex 2. Next one, complex 3, cytochrome BC1 complex. So this complex oxidized and also get reduced ubiquinone and transfers the electron through different electron carrier, that is cytochrome BC1 complex to cytochrome C. Cytochrome C is a small protein attached to the outer surface of inner membrane of mitochondria, which act as a mobile carrier to transport electron from complex 3 to complex 4. So ubiquinone plus hydrogen, so UqH2 plus cytochrome C oxidized, then ubiquinone is releasing the hydrogen that should be separately located, and also cytochrome C get reduced and release the hydrogen. So ubiquinone and cytochrome BC1 complex are structural and functionally similar, but the plastoquinone and cytochrome B6 complex in the photosynthetic reaction or electron transport chain, they are structurally and functionally similar. So that's why they given the paragraph. So in the third stage, the electron which is released from the ubiquinone is transferred to the next complex, that is 4. Here the cytochrome C, which is act as a electron carrier, and it will get reduced and release the hydrogen. Next one, complex 4, It is the last stage of ETC, cytochrome oxidase. This complex contains two copper center, one is A, another one is the B. That is cytochrome A and cytochrome A3. This complex get terminal oxidation and bring about the reduction of O2 into H2O. The two protons are needed to form a molecule of water, that is terminal oxidation. The two cytochrome C oxidized in the presence of hydrogen and of O2. This cytochrome molecule is reduced and produced water molecules. So in different complexes, the electrons from reduced coenzyme NADH to oxygen via complex 1 to 4, a couple of ATP molecule is produced. The ATP which is produced by the adding of inorganic phosphate to the adenosine diphosphate molecule, which is called oxidative phosphorylation. So during oxidation process only, one molecule of inorganic phosphate which is added to the adenosine diphosphate to form the ATP. So a phosphorylation is taken place at the time of oxidation. This is known as oxidative phosphorylation. The different enzyme known as, that is FOF1 ATP synthase, which is also called as complex 4, contains F0 and F1. It is a part of a oxysome. Head region is known as F1. Then base plate is known as F0. So these two particles, F1 converts ATP and inorganic phosphate to ATP, and which is attached to the matrix side of the inner membrane. The F0 is present in the inner membrane and act as a channel, that means path, through which protons comes into the matrix. So that is the different stages of electron transport chain. The synthesis of glucose from certain non-carbohydrate carbon substance such as protein and lipids are called gluconeogenesis. Dear students, this is an important 2 mark and 1 mark question. Normally, glucose get reduced from the carbohydrate substance only, but in some plants, the glucose is synthesized from non-carbohydrate substance or carbon substance such as protein and lipid. So they are known as gluconeogenesis. Dear students, during electron transport chain, that is oxidation process, how many ATP molecules are produced by the reduction of oxidation process of NAD and FAD. So one molecule of NADH2 gives rise to 3 molecules of ATP. Is an important 1 mark question. So the oxidation process occur in the coenzyme NADH2 produce 3 ATP molecules. Likewise, the oxidation of FAD, which are producing 2 molecule of ATP within the mitochondrion. But the cytoplasmic NADH2 yield only 2 ATP through the external NADH dehydrogenase. So therefore, 2 reduced coenzyme molecules from glycolysis producing additional yield of ATP, that is 2 into 2, 4 ATP molecules instead of ATP. So this formation of ATP is taken place in the cytoplasmic region, but in the mitochondrial matrix NADH2 produce 3 ATP molecule. FAD produce 2 ATP molecule is the important 1 mark question. Dear students, according to the alphabet, F is the first one. So, it produces 2 ATP molecule. The next alphabet is the N. It produces 3 ATP molecules. FAD, NAD is the important 1 mark question. The cytoplasm is also contain NADH2. It's an external NADH which are producing only 2 ATP molecules. So, the glycolysis is taken place in the cytoplasmic region only. So, in the glycolysis process, 2 molecules is there. So, for 2 into 2, 4 ATP molecules are produced in the glycolysis process. Normally, they have to give 6 ATP, but this NADH2 which is present in, what is that one? Cytoplasmic region. So, it is unable to produce 3 ATP molecules. They produce only 2 ATP molecules. So, overall reaction of glycolysis produce only 4 ATP molecules instead of 6 ATP molecules. The mechanism of mitochondrial ATP synthesis is based on the chemiosmotic process or hypothesis. According to this theory, the electron which is present in the mitochondrial membrane, not electrons, electron carrier protein which is present in the mitochondrial membrane, allow for the transfer of protons for the production of 3 ATP. 3 protons are needed. At the same time, the terminal oxidation of external NADH present in the cytoplasm produces the first ATP by phosphorylation process. So, only 2 ATP molecules are produced per external DDH, dehydrogenase, which is present in the cytoplasm. This will be taken place in the animal cytoplasmic region and mitochondrial region, in the plant region. But in animal tissues, it will be different. In animal tissues, malate is a shuttle mechanism present to the oxidation of external NADH, which yield 3 ATP molecules. So, cytoplasmic region, they contain the malate. So, they are producing 3 ATP molecules in the animal tissue, but in the plants, the cytoplasm, the external NADH reduced and produce only 2 ATP molecules. So, it's complete oxidation of glucose molecule in aerobic respiration, which are giving the net gain of ATP molecules. The total gain of ATP molecules in one aerobic respiration is 36 molecules in plants. They are stored in the form of energy in mitochondria in the form of ATP molecules. So, mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. Dear students, is the important 2 mark question. Why mitochondria is known as powerhouse of a cell? That means a amount of energy which is produced in the aerobic respiration is stored in the form of ATP, so that ATP molecules in mitochondria, so that mitochondria is known as powerhouse of a cell. But in the case of aerobic prokaryotic, that is unicellular organism, they do not contain cell organelle, that is mitochondria. So, each molecule of glucose produce 38 ATP molecules. So, because it will be taken place in the cytoplasmic region due to the absence of mitochondria, isn't it? So, they are producing 38 ATP molecule is another important 1 mark question. So, normally aerobic respiration produce 36 ATP molecules, but in the lower lower prokaryotes produce only 38 ATP molecules due to the absence of mitochondria. See the Duino paragraph. Abnormal rise in respiratory rate of ripening in fruits is called climacteric. Example, apple, banana, mango, papaya and pear. So, example of climacteric fruits. That means some of the fruit of a plant which are increasing the respiratory rate. That is abnormal rise in respiratory rate for the ripening of the fruits is known as climacteric fruits. They are giving the example. Is the very very important 2 mark and 3 mark. Then recent view of aerobic respiration is given here. Transport of ATP from the mitochondrial matrix to the cytoplasm. The number will be 2.5 ATP for each NADH2 and 1.5 ATP for each FADH2. So what we told, NAD get reduced by 3 ATP molecules, isn't it? But according to the new view, they are producing only 2.5 ATP molecules. Likewise, FAD produced 2 molecules. We already studied in the old view, but recent view, they told that it produced only 1.5 molecule of ATP. So during the electron transport system is the recent view of formation of ATP in coenzymes NAD and FAD is the another important 1 mark and 2 mark question. Dear students, so this is the overall net gain formation of ATP in aerobic respiration. Glycolysis is taken place in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm NADH produced only the 2 molecule of ATP. So 2 into 2, 4 ATP are produced. Reduction of FAD is absent. So total protection is 6 ATP molecule. How it will be 6 ATP molecule? So already glycolysis contain 2 ATP molecules. So 2. Then again at the end of the glycolysis process they are producing, what is that one? 2 into 2, 4 ATP molecules. The next one, link reaction, carbon dioxide only 2. So NAD get reduced. It will be taken place in the mitochondrial matrix. So 2 into 3, they are producing 6 ATP molecules. Then the Krebs cycle, 4 carbon dioxide is reduced, 2 ATP is produced. So 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into 3, 18 ATP molecules. Not only that, 1 molecule of FAD is get reduced. 2 into 2 equal to 4. That is 24 ATP protection. So overall, carbon dioxide released is 6 molecule. ATP is 4 ATPs. NAD reduced into produced 28 ATP molecules. Then reduced FAD produced 4 ATP molecules, totally 36 ATP. So in glycolysis, 2 ATP molecules are produced. In the Krebs cycle is also they have produced 2 ATP molecules, so 4 ATP. During the electron transport chain carrier, coenzyme NAD get reduced and produce 28 ATP molecules. Then FAD get reduced into produce 4 ATP molecules. So net gain of aerobic respiration is 36 ATP molecules. Is a very very important 1 mark question table. So therefore, plant cell net yield of 30 ATP molecules for complete aerobic oxidation of 1 molecule of glucose. But in those animal cells, the net yield will be 32 ATP molecules. So that is the net yield of molecules which is produced in plants and animal aerobic respiration. See the do you know paragraph. Cyanide resistant respiration is believed to be responsible for the climacteric fruits. So what is climacteric fruits? Abnormal rise in temperature which cause ripening in fruits is known as climacteric fruits. Cyanide resistant respiration is known as to generate heat in thermogenic tissues. The amount of produced in thermogenic tissues may be as high as 51 degrees Celsius. This is the scientist Peter Mitchell. He is a British biochemist, received Nobel Prize for chemistry in the year 1978 for his work on coupling of oxidation and phosphorylation in mitochondria. Dear students, up to this we have seen how electrons are transported and release energy by the reduction of two coenzyme FAD and NAH2, NAD, and also with the help of the electron carrier which is present in mitochondrial inner membrane and cytoplasm. Up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.